So people, as I said on the previous post of yesterday, I think yes, of yesterday, I would do an analysis on this theme by Wagner. If you don't know this yet, so you're here soon because I will play, and my analysis goes until here. And if you want more than this, you need to book a lesson. With me. Okay, so let me play this for you remember, or for you get to know this melody. Okay, that's my Prima Vista reading of this famous melody, and the main thing here is of course the harmony that I want to teach you, because Wagner uses very simple chords, but in somehow rich manner. Okay, and that's what I want to show here. Rich for his time, so to say. Okay, he still gets a new sound for harmonies that were not nothing that Schubert didn't do, or even Beethoven. Okay, here on this theme. So we need first to recognize the chords very well, and that's our first exercise. Okay, so the melody is in E major, that's clear, and the first chord is of course E major, and then inversion of the same chord. Okay, sixth chord, and let me see if you can understand if I write open. And then C sharp minor, I will write small. Okay, I will do the jazz notation for you can read. Okay. The next chord is also not so hard to understand. That is the second inversion of E major, that you could write here if you still want. That's not so necessary, but just to teach I will put it here. Okay, it's hard to know what's the most important chord. Okay, important is this chord here. Okay, and that's also easy to know. Then E major, then again, and that's the interesting part. Then you have F sharp minor. Okay. The secret here is that he does a phrase from E to F sharp minor. Okay. That's not the most usual way to build this kind of period. It's not the most conservative way. Okay, that's you see some movement leading forward, but we will check this again. Okay, this detail, but that's the main observation. The first chord and the last chord. Okay, of this first phrase. Okay, then this chord becomes a dominant seventh chord. Okay, F sharp seventh chord. You see here the seventh, and you see this important alteration here that was not there. Here is minor, here is major. Okay, and this means that we have a secondary dominant here. Okay, open. It's not good to write, just a moment. Dominante. Okay, so you have this double D here. Okay, that's the important relation to understand here. And the resolution chord is this one, is B second chord. Okay, that's the third inversion of B dominant seventh chord. Okay, that means the seventh is here on the bass, and this chord is the original dominant of E major. Okay, you have E major as the tonica and B as the dominant. Okay, in this distance of fifth. Yeah, and now the next dominant is F sharp major, the dominant of this key here. Okay, for you remember. And the next chord is here. Nothing so important. Okay, and the next chord is of course a resolution of the dominant chord of E major. Yeah, the resolution of this chord is of course the E major itself, and that's also very common progression. That means the second chord and then the sixth chord as a resolution on the first scale degree. Okay, so here we have once again the E major sixth chord. Then open. Okay, then there is a not so important I would say as a passing chord, so to say, this C sharp minor. Also sixth chord. And the end of the phrase is again the dominant, okay, of the of E major. Then we have B. Okay, I hope that's not so complicated. Okay, but we can continue this analysis. So here we have another phrase that begins with the secondary dominant and ends with the dominant. Okay, so the next long phrase, let me remember. Exactly. Then now he finished with a long phrase. That's also an old secret. And then here happens something more interesting. Okay, he begins again with the second chord. On the dominante, okay, and again this how can I show to you? That's a very small phrase here. Yeah, it's more motif, and again it highlights this chord, okay, of F sharp minor. Okay, so that's an important thing in this theme, that the main chords, they are not exactly the dominant and tonica chords, but these chords that are, so to say, neighbor functions. Okay, if you translate from German, the proper word for this, they are neighbor functions. They are not the main functions like dominant, tonica, and subdominant, but they are the relative functions of these main functions. Okay. But I don't want to be distracted by this, and then let me go with the analysis. the chords, the identification of the chords. Okay, and so you have E major, sextachord again. No, this. No, it's not here. Okay, I think now should work. The chord that I wanted to write was this E major, sixth chord, and the next one is okay. You can write both chords, but actually that is just a dominant chord of the first inversion. Okay, and this is a non-chord tone. Okay. And then where I am, so you have E major, sixth chord. You can call this half diminished, of course, but I see this just as a non-chord tone. Okay. Then you have C sharp minor. The nousing is interesting. You have D sharp, seventh chord, dominant seventh chord. The normal resolution of this chord would be the G sharp major, yeah. But this chord here is just a surprise chord, and it resolves back on E major. That's the interesting thing here. And the effect of this is a deceptive cadence, okay, Trugschluss, because the normal resolution is not the case, but the resolution occurs in a new chord of the original key of this dominant chord. Okay, the original key would be G sharp or G minor. That's not clear here, yeah. And the resolution in this interpretation would be the sixth, or on the sixth degree of this scale. Okay. But since there is no modulation to G sharp, this sound is typical of the deceptive cadence. That means this, yeah. But where the resolution chord is actually of the main key of the whole theme. Okay, so there is actually no modulation. That's the interesting thing here. So that's a typical use of secondary dominant. Okay. Another interesting thing is that where can I show this? The Wagner has a very good placement of these chords that give to him his sound, so to say, and that's this and this. There are some small surprises, so to say, and this here, okay, these minor chords on a major theme, okay, the way he highlights these minor chords in a major theme, okay, that's the interesting thing. Then you have also again here, you have again the on the end of the phrase of this last phrase, on the climax of this last phrase, you have again a minor chord in a theme that is major actually, and this minor chord is again highlighted, okay. Then again you have the secondary dominant, but the whole resolution is tonal, but this time on the dominant of E major, okay, on B. There is also some interesting aspects about the melody, that the whole melody is very simple, but you can perceive this here. Okay, that's still simple, but it's good to observe. There is also very rational placement for these appoggiaturas, for these non-chord tones, okay. Okay, that's nothing new, but is it gives some rational quality for the perception of this melody, okay. Then this anticipation that you have here, now is the motif. I don't know if I call this a motif, but now it comes with more insistence in this third in longer phrase. Okay, you have at the beginning of the melody, you have tari 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 da tari ta tari. Okay, you have this occurrence again of this repetition of notes. Okay, then not so much. Okay, because it was. Then here again, then you have something more insistent than after this, okay. just a small but beautiful element of coherence in the construction of the melody. And another observation, a last observation, is that this whole part until here, yeah, is very open and is still on B. Do you understand? Still the end is still dominant. That means he wants the music to go forward. And if you want, we can analyze more of this piece, but now it was that's enough. Okay, and if you have some questions, you can leave on the comments. But the main thing was this, to have this basic analysis of the chords, the basics about the functions and how they are related here, and how they how the use of the dominant at the end gives this open ending, and how these minor chords in the major theme give the whole give actually the Wagnerian sound here, in my opinion, next to this peculiar use of the secondary dominants right at the beginning of the music, but without any modulation. Okay, but also Schubert did this. Okay, that's a more fine research to say for I can say to you which use here of the secondary dominant is really a Wagnerian use. But anyway, this deceptive cadence that I showed to you, yeah, I don't know, I think that's something very special of this, exactly this theme, or something very Wagnerian. Okay, but we need to look it with more attention. And the whole the principle of construction here is the period. Okay, if you want to know the names of the things. Okay, you have the first part here. Where did they put this? Here you have an antecedent, and then after this you have a consequent. Okay, I don't have space anymore. That's not a video that I stay like 2 days doing the video just for YouTube. That's really a direct lesson, but you can be sure that if you do some activities with me and we are in the same context, I can go direct on what is important for you. Actually, honestly speaking, I still find it strange to speak to any possible student, so to say, without make any questions, because I like to do questions for the student, and then I begin to speak more about this. and the second thing is that sometimes I still need to pick up in my head the right translation of some German words, but I hope it helped, and if it didn't help, check the next video.